Hello, YouTube. I'm here to talk about something that's really controversial, in a sense. As you may know, that just not too long ago, Disney bought Lucusfilm, and they have many plans for the future for Star Wars, including episodes 7, 8, and 9. And I'm not sure what to think about that, First of all, all over the internet, lately, I've been just seeing stuff like, "Oh, Disney's gonna save Star Wars," or "Oh, this is the end of Star Wars. Everything's gonna suck. They're gonna destroy everything because they're Disney." Um, I'm not 100% sure as to what's going to happen. I'm kind of unsure, because first of all, it's not that Disney is a terrible group for them to make movies. Disney, gosh, it's probably the corporate giant of the entire media. They have Pixar and they have Marvel now, and gosh, this summer's the Avengers turned out really well. For what it's worth. And you can't. I don't understand how some people can be automatically jumping to oh, it's going to be terrible. They're going to ruin Star Wars. But at the same time, I don't think we should be oh my gosh, let's jump on this and they're going to save Star Wars, because, first of all, going back a little bit, obviously, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, the original series was fantastic. But with the actually being called 1, 2, and 3, Phantom Menace and those ones, I do not think they were. I personally believe that they weren't as good. They were still good, but they weren't the same kind of Star Wars. It didn't have it just didn't feel the same. I still think they're fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like that's the same. But because here's my reason on that is because they had to do it in the past, right? They had to make a story and make sure it connected the dots so the original series still made sense, right? That's what I'm going with. That is my reason for why I think the movies, the second series, are what they are. But that's beside the point. With this next series, 7, 8, and 9, because first of all, there's no information about them yet, but assuming that they're called 7, 8, and 9, it is going to be after episode 6, so it has something to do with the future, right? It would have to be something to do with the books, but they said maybe not. But if they're gonna be called 7, 8, and 9, they have to be in the future, right? Because you see, they said they have no information whatsoever of what they're going to do. They could do something in between movies. That's what I'm hearing. They're not going to necessarily have it in the future. Hell, they might even do it in the past, like the Old Republic and in the Old Republic video games. I don't know. They're just not being clear as to when they're going to do it. So, that's what I'm trying to say by, it should be in the future or not, It's just unclear. I personally think it should be in the future because, I've read the books, and that'd be cool, yes, I know what would happen, but I would love to see what would happen in the future of after episode 6, because the Empire is definitely around. If you didn't know, if you didn't know that, you should definitely read those books, especially considering they may or may not be a movie. You know what I mean? So, well, anyways, I feel that there are many ways that Star Wars can be done right, but there are many more ways that Star Wars can be done wrong. And that's what I'm trying to say here. You can think what you want. You can, I don't know. There's just so many factors into this. I don't think anyone should be really, jumping on, this is going to be fantastic or this is going to be terrible. You have to be just wait, see what happens. However, I swear to God, if they put, Mickey Mouse somewhere in Star Wars, I will give up Star Wars forever. That's absolutely ridiculous. But I highly doubt that will happen, because Lucasfilm is still Lucasfilm. It's just owned by a larger identity, right? I mean, it's not like, all those people of Lucasfilms like had to quit their jobs so like, Disney can like take over completely. That's not how it works. Those people are still there. Those people. So, and that's another thing. Like with now George Lucas like just stepped down basically. I mean, he's still like there to like give advice, but he's not necessarily there anymore. I don't know about that either. I mean, obviously he's old enough to like do his own thing now, and like, but he's like the creator of Star Wars. Does the creator, after a while, just become to a point where like he isn't needed anymore? It's his idea. I mean, gosh, so much like information about Star Wars has like exploded just from this one guy. Not to mention, you know what he did with the money? Well, at least most of the money I heard from various sources that he like donated it all. That's pretty humble. That's ridiculous. That's actually extremely cool. So, if there's any like, things about him like just betraying the company or whatever, I've heard a little bit about that. But like, he used the money for good. I don't know. Say what you want about him, but that's just extremely like generous. It's ridiculous. But I don't know that 100%. You can never 100% know what you hear on the internet. I've just read that from a few sources and from a few people who also read that. But again, you can never be 100%, so don't quote me on that. So yeah, that's just my opinion on the whole Star Wars and Disney thing. You can think what you want, but that's just what I'm going with. What do you guys think? What do you think is going to be the outcome of Star Wars? Tell me in the comments. It'll be really cool to see the discussion and just see what it goes from. Because let's be honest, like we have years before the next Star Wars installment comes. They said it would come in like 2015, assuming the world doesn't end by then, of course. But yeah, so what do you think? Tell me. I would love to know and see what happens. So that's all I got for this time, for this ranting about this. Till next time, see ya.